Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming tonight. It's my pleasure as mayor to deliver the city address. I welcome the opportunity to speak to our residents and distinguished guests. It's a great opportunity for us as elected officials to inform you on the progress, success, and of course, the future of Temple City. So to begin, I would like to please ask everyone to stand and please rise for our Pledge of Allegiance, led by Scouting America Troops 161 and 181.
Color guard, attention. Color guard, front and center. Color guard, forward march. Halt. Color guard, post the colors. All those in uniform or veterans, please salute. All those that not, please place your right hand over your heart and please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color guard, return to post. Halt. Color guard dismissed. Audience may be seated.
Thank you, Scouts. I would like to also thank Jeremy and Emily Williams, our Scoutmasters. Wave back there, Emily, and Jeremy back there. Big hand for them for putting this all together. Thank you. I would like to now invite Pastor Darrell Kelty to the podium to provide tonight's invocation.
I want to thank everyone for allowing me to come. Now, I'm a third-generation Temple Cityan, so if anyone can beat that, please make yourself present to me sometime during the service. But we've been here for over almost 90 years. Let us pray. O our Creator, we thank you this day that we are able to gather here in your ever-present presence to share together the city's tasks and joys in the future. May we, dear Creator, remember those that went in the past who created this city, that made it a place where we can live today in peace and harmony with one another. But we look forward to the future, dear Creator, that those who are coming after us indeed might take pleasure in what we do today and might look forward to building a better community tomorrow. We know not what the future will bring, but we know that as we work together, this community will grow and expand and become that community that's pleasing to you. This prayer we offer. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. So before we begin tonight, I want to send a big thank you to Elizabeth Ortiz. Where's Elizabeth? Wave back there, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is our producer of tonight's event. Liz has done an amazing job in coordinating this event, and so thank you so much, and we appreciate it. Everybody's having a good time so far, I believe, and a lot of this is because of your help. Thank you. Also, I want to give a big shout out to our team at Red 88 for taping tonight's address. We have Travis, Weston, and Joey here with us this evening. They're the ones with all the fancy equipment. You know, they always do a very professional job, not only at these events, but also, of course, our council meeting events as well. And of course, to our, I have a new word for you, Jerry, our pictorial historian. How's that? And my friend, Jerry Jambazian, of course, who'll be taking photos tonight. So, you know, it's hard to believe that this is my 16th year on the city council and my 4th time as mayor. How time flies when you're having fun, right? You know, my time on the city council has been probably among the most rewarding experiences of my life. The hundreds of people that I've met have been along this journey, my colleagues on the city council, our dedicated city staff, commissioners, volunteers, our youth committee members, business members, and of course our sheriff and fire personnel, and all of you residents have all shared one common goal, and that is to do what they believe is best for the city of Temple City. So thank you so much, and we'll get to acknowledge some individuals a little later on in the program, but I just want to give a general thank you to everyone. My colleagues on the City Council, of course, are among the most dedicated people I know. I would like to ask them to please stand and be acknowledged. Mayor Pro Tem Vincent Yu, Councilmember Ed Chen, Councilmember Cynthia Sternquist, Councilmember William Mann. Now, while we may not always agree, we have set aside those occasional differences to work on the important work of running our wonderful city. I have learned over the years that respectful debate is what ultimately leads to constructive solutions. And I'm truly grateful for your constant cooperation. Thank you so much. I also want to recognize our city manager, Brian Cook, who has shown genuine leadership during his 11-year tenure. Where's Brian? Somewhere out there. You know, his is a 24/7 job. He has created a professional yet friendly atmosphere at City Hall, and along with his staff has helped us to navigate through the good and the bad times. So thank you, Brian. We also have with us this evening our city attorneys. I know Greg Murphy's here and Stephanie Gutierrez. I don't know if Stephanie showed up, but big round of applause for Greg and Stephanie. You know, not only do they make sure we stay up to date on the law, but they're able to explain it in a way that I can even understand what's going on. So thank you so much for your help. To our city staff, we are blessed to have the very best mixture of seasoned veterans and ambitious young innovators. As we will hear later, their dedication to our city was best exemplified by their efforts during the recent windstorm and fires and the city's recovery efforts. So thank you, all of you who are working. You can see them all out here. Big hand for all of our staff as well. To our sheriff, Temple Station 5 and Fire Department Station 47, men and women who put their lives on the line every day. We are so grateful for your efforts to keep Temple City one of the safest cities in the state. And whether it be during natural disasters, quality of life issues, or just offering words of compassion, we are truly indebted to your help. And we'll get a chance to meet them a little later in the program as well. Gentlemen and ladies in the back, thank you very much. So I don't know if you guys know it, but today is, I just heard this on the way home today, National Quiet Day. And I thought to myself, National Quiet Day? But actually, it kind of fits in kind of well with tonight's program, as you will see. This year, we're going to do things a little bit different than we have in the past. Rather than listening to me for the next 30 to 45 minutes, I'm going to be quiet. And I have asked some very important people who have helped shape the events and projects for the past year to share their thoughts with us. Although we on City Council make policy decisions, those policies would not become reality without the hard work and dedication of our staff, our commissioners, our committee members, and other stakeholders in the city. And so we will now hear from those who are primarily responsible for this past year's accomplishments. So first, join me in welcoming Scott Reimers, our Community Development Director. Scott, come on up. Where are you? There you are.
I'm glad I'm first because I get to be done first. Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to stand before you tonight and share the incredible progress we've made within the Community Development Department over the last year. Our work is centered on three key themes: strengthening our city's identity, investing in long-term infrastructure, and planning for the future. A city is not just a collection of buildings and streets. It's a community with a unique character and a sense of place. Over the past year, we've been focusing on reinforcing what makes Temple City special and ensuring that the public spaces reflect that shared identity. The Las Tunas Drive Streetscape project is a great example of this. More than just physical improvements, this effort is about creating a welcoming and vibrant downtown that reflects Temple City's brand and community spirit. We installed new benches, trash cans, street signs, upgraded our street lights to energy-efficient LEDs. We refreshed our traffic signals, the street lights, and the tree grates with a fresh coat of paint. We also re-leveled the pavers for a smoother pedestrian experience, and we launched a grant program to help our local businesses with their storefronts with grants for awnings, blade signs, and cafe furniture. But we're not stopping there. In the next few months, we'll be adding to all of that with new vinyl banners, decorative pots, and landscaping to bring even more life and color to the street. We're also adding 4 new illuminated entry signs that will welcome visitors to the downtown. These signs, the pots, and the landscaping will all help reinforce the city's brand, featuring that signature pink and magenta from our city logo. Public art is another way to celebrate our city's identity. The Art on Boxes campaign will transform our utility boxes into colorful canvases for artwork that highlights what makes Temple City unique. This effort will enhance our public space while creating a visual story of our community. Next month, the City Council will review these final recommendations for 26 boxes in the downtown. We are so excited to bring this artistic vision to life. While reinforcing our city identity is important, we're also making significant long-term investments in our public facilities and infrastructure, assuring that Temple City remains strong well into the future. One of the most critical projects this year has been the City Hall roof and ventilation system replacement, which is now nearly complete, thankfully. This isn't just about maintaining a building, it's about ensuring a comfortable and efficient space for staff, customers, and for the residents. After all, more than 5,700 people enter City Hall in a year. Thanks to federal funding, these improvements came at no local cost, and the new roof and HVAC system will serve our community for decades. At the same time, we've been carefully planning for the future use of 9050 Las Tunas Drive. That's the former location of the Chamber of Commerce and the former Temple City Library. The City Council recently reviewed a study looking at different uses for the site and decided to convert that space into a park. This action cements the city's dedication to improving and expanding open space. The park will include a unique artist-designed gateway element that will welcome visitors into the downtown. It'll have a central plaza and gathering area, a picnic space, and even a children's play area. Please look forward to some community engagement opportunities this summer as we start to gather input to shape the park's design and ensure it meets the needs and visions of our residents. Temple City is evolving, and we're working hard to ensure that growth benefits everyone in the community. One of our most important priorities is housing, ensuring that residents have options while maintaining our city's character. We all recognize that COVID-19 and rising inflation have put a significant strain on families, making stable housing very difficult to maintain. That's why we've partnered with Family Promise. Family Promise is a nonprofit that provides rental assistance, job support, and financial counseling to families who are at risk of homelessness. Thanks to funding from the state's permanent local housing allocation, 15 families have been able to stay in their homes who otherwise wouldn't. This program highlights our commitment to ensuring that every resident feels support within our community. At the same time, we're making it easier for homeowners to build accessory dwelling units through a pre-approved ADU program, which will streamline the approval process for small, well-designed units. This initiative will go before the City Council in March for final review. Additionally, we're updating our ADU and subdivision ordinance to provide a faster, more efficient review process for housing projects. We're also proactively approaching how we can manage growth in a responsible manner. With growth should come community benefits, and new housing should contribute its fair share toward the infrastructure and services that support it. We're analyzing a potential development impact fee to ensure that the city's recent investments in parks, transportation, and public facilities are sustained well into the future, helping to maintain and enhance the quality of life for all of our residents. Beyond planning and policy, the past year has been a time of economic growth for Temple City. We welcome some new businesses into town like Choose Fitness, GW Supermarket, and Ace Hardware. Each of them has added value and services to our community, and we welcome them. There's also some major developments that have been moving forward in the city. There's the Cloverly mixed-use project at 9465 Las Tunas Drive, which received its building permits, and an 18-unit condominium project at 6119 Temple City Boulevard, which will include 2 affordable housing units. This past year has been a year of progress, a year of investment, and a year of planning. From strengthening our city's sense of place to making long-term infrastructure improvements and ensuring responsible growth, we are laying the groundwork for a stronger, more vibrant Temple City. But none of this work happens in a vacuum. These accomplishments stem from the leadership and the vision of our mayor and the city council, supported by a dedicated team of professionals who work tirelessly behind the scenes to bring that vision to life. From planners and engineers to inspectors and administrative staff, our community development team's expertise, commitment, and hard work drive Temple City's continued growth and success. Today, oh yeah, you can clap, that's good, yeah. Today, we celebrate the foresight of our mayor and city council, the vision they provide, their unwavering dedication, and our community development staff. Together, we are propelling Temple City into a brighter, stronger future. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Wasn't that a good picture of all those people? A lot of them are out here, actually. So our next speaker will be John Bewary. Close. I just call him John B. John is the president of our Temple City Chamber of Commerce, and personally, I believe this has been a banner year for the Chamber, having hosted many events and workshops for the benefit of our city, which John will now share. So welcome, John.
Thank you, Mayor Chavez. That's how you say Chavez, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It's my honor to stand before you as the CEO of the Temple City Chamber of Commerce. And this year, in partnership with the city, we have worked to engage and support businesses across Temple City with innovative programming and strategic community activation activities. Our Chamber of Commerce is committed to growing our community as a whole, with the business community as an anchor of that community growth. This year, we did some operational changes, including launching 2 new initiatives. One about it's called our Real Estate Committee, where how do we help people make their home in Temple City? That also includes a guide for people who are current homeowners to improve and increase their property value, as well as those seeking to enter into our community either as a renter or homeowner. We also established a workforce development committee. This workforce development committee is in partnership with the school district as well. We developed a pilot program this year that was launched. Let me read the name of it. It's called the Professional Pathways Partnership Program. And this program really highlights opportunities for high school students to see how you can create a career for yourself that may not take a traditional path. Looking at some of our business leaders in the community, and you can see, anybody recognize where this is, right? The Temple City Bike Shop. That there's all sorts of activities, and what this is about, how do you become a small business owner or an entrepreneur and make that work for yourself? So we've got a number of programs. We have 20 students actually in the second group right now going through the program, and we continue to work to refine that so we can give opportunities for our young people in careers and jobs here in the city. And what's really important here is that we have mentors through this program for each of the students as they undertake both job experience, but also how they might learn professional skills. Outside of these 2 committees and programs, we did a number of events and seminars, as the mayor mentioned. We hosted a monthly connections called Small Business Connects that connects all of our business community here in Temple City with partnering communities to help make that connection, increase that business interaction between folks. You can see some familiar faces across government, business, and community here. We also launched a new program called Summer Night Bites. And this was a program that launched in this last summer. We had nearly 20 restaurants involved. Once a month, we went out and we engaged with them. People purchased tickets and they were able to try new restaurants, discover new flavors that Temple City really is known for across the city. This program brought out over 200 residents and visitors. We had people traveling to Temple City to participate in this program. And even more interesting, we had a portion of the ticket proceeds reaching local PTAs so we can continue to support the schools through this program. So it wasn't about making money, it was about building community and supporting our local restaurants. I could give you the list of the 18 restaurants, but if they were a delicious restaurant in Temple City, they probably were on it. And if they weren't last year, they will this year. We also introduced and executed on legislative lunches, bringing our elected officials from the federal, state, and local government together in order to have conversations about the key issues affecting our business and greater Temple City community. These featured everyone from Congresswoman Judy Chu to Assemblymember Mike Fong, Supervisor Barger, our PCC Board President Alton Wang, our Temple City Unified Board President Mary Sneed, and of course, Mayor Tom Chavez, having direct engagement with community members and business leaders to really strengthen that connection so we can work on some of the challenges we face together collaboratively. This is an opportunity to come together to move forward into the future. We also launched the first State of Public Safety for the San Gabriel Valley here in Temple City. Leaders from across the San Gabriel Valley came to this room just a year ago in order to hear from Sheriff Luna and understand what they might be able to do to increase safety in our community, but also access those resources and understand the programs that our amazing deputies at Temple Station are able to provide to us and how we can support that effort. And in fact, it was so successful, the sheriff agreed to come back, and this Friday, he will be back here, and we're in a little bit larger space because we had that many more people interested. If you're interested in that program, you can always let us know, but we're continuing to try to make those connections with our regional and even state and national leaders to let them know that Temple City is the pulse of their community. And if you can understand and connect with our community here in Temple City, businesses and residents alike, you'll be able to better serve all of your constituents wherever they might be. So this year's initiatives really reflect the Chamber's commitment to driving economic growth, cultivating a skilled workforce, and enhancing the quality of life for Temple City residents. As we look forward to 2025, the rest of this year, the Chamber will continue to partner with the city as a key partner to enhance our community through innovation, collaboration, and a clear commitment to serve the community. The work is really a result of an active board, many of whom are here in the room, and partnerships with the city, with the school district, and other businesses and organizations in the city and in the region, all working to build and support a thriving, dynamic, and inspiring Temple City. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. And I think you met your goals. You guys have done a great job, and we look forward to the coming year. Now I would like to take pleasure in introducing two of our youngest contributors to our city's success. We have two members of our youth committee with us this evening, Evelyn Lamb and Sarah Kuo, and I'll be calling them up in a second. They're going to share what they have been doing this past year and what they have planned to do in the future. But first, I'd like to introduce the entire youth committee. They're the great-looking kids in the black shirts. Some of you may not be aware of our city's youth committee. They're a group of young individuals, mostly from our high school. Some attend high school outside of Temple City, but they all live in Temple City. And they meet once a month to talk about policy issues, things having to do, of course, with the youth of our community. They've done a great job, and of course, we're going to hear from two of them this evening. So Sarah and Evelyn, if you could come on up. Thank you.
Good evening. It's an honor to speak to you on behalf of the Temple City Youth Committee. Our committee consists of 10 members, all appointed by the City Council, who serve as a liaison between city's youth and local government. We aim to promote youth involvement and foster empowerment through civic education. Over the past year and into this year, one of our main objectives is to learn about the city's partnerships with outside agencies and organizations. We set out to learn about how these partnerships are formed and how they work to address community needs effectively. We visited and interacted with various outside agencies, gaining valuable information and knowledge about their collaborative efforts with our city. During our visit to Foothill Transit's operation facility in Irwindale, we learned about their role in providing accessible, zero-emission transportation to Los Angeles County residents. We also toured the Los Angeles County sanitation facility, where waste is converted into clean water and energy. At the San Gabriel Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District, we learned about their methodical processes to protect the public from mosquito-borne diseases. Finally, we had the privilege of hearing from the San Gabriel Valley Council of Governments, a regional government planning agency focused on improving quality of life in the area. Through these interactions, we've gained a deeper understanding and appreciation for the work behind public service. Oftentimes, it's easy to overlook the countless hours of planning and work that go into providing these important services. Through collaboration with various agencies, our city is able to transcend our limitations and collaborate in larger projects while providing important services to residents. Temple City has formed symbiotic relationships with various organizations contributing to our city's success and reminding us that good governance relies on strong coordination. By working together, we are more resilient and better equipped to counter any challenges that come our way. We would like to express our appreciation for our exceptional partners for their contributions to our community. Our committee looks forward to learning more about these partnerships and continuing to build strong community bonds in the near future. To be able to share the same learning experience, one of our projects this year is to help you explore Temple City. To share more about this project, I would like to invite my fellow member, Sarah Kuo.
Thank you, Evelyn. Good evening, everyone. Our goal with Explore Temple City is to encourage our peers and visitors to get to know more about our city. The Youth Committee has developed a self-guided tour map featuring points of interest throughout the community. Visitors are encouraged to explore our Civic Center, theme parks, and public art installations along Las Tunas Drive and Rosemead Boulevard. The Civic Center serves as a central gathering place for our community, providing a space for public events, community meetings, cultural activities, and is a focal point for civic life. You'll find City Hall, the City Council chambers, the County Library, all in the Civic Center. We also invite visitors to experience our theme parks, each providing a public space for our visitors and residents for recreation, relaxation, social interaction, and connection with nature. Visitors can explore the Bamboo Forest-themed Temple City Park, the Camellia-themed Primrose Park, and the soon-to-be-completed Space Station-themed playground at Live Oak Park. Visitors can also enjoy public art throughout the city. Beautiful mosaic tile murals celebrating the annual Camellia Festival on Las Tunas Drive, bronze statues on Rosemead Boulevard, and mural paintings on Las Tunas Drive celebrating our diverse community. The maps are available at tonight's event and can be picked up at City Hall. We invite you to learn more about our community and hope you enjoy exploring the city and the spaces that make Temple City a unique and welcoming place. On behalf of the Youth Committee, we would like to express our gratitude to the City Council for always giving us the opportunity to serve our community. Thank you for your encouragement and dedication to Temple City's youth.
Thank you, Sarah and Evelyn. Another good example of our future being in good hands. You know, I just have to mention this because I mentioned it the other night at a Boy Scout gathering I was at Eagle Scout ceremony. You can always tell the age of the speaker by their notes. Older people like me have written down and blown up so that we can see it. Our young people, though, have you noticed? What do they have? Their cell phones. First of all, if it was on my cell phone, I couldn't read it anyway. But that's the new generation, so thank you. Great job, guys. Okay, also, before we move on, I want to big shout out to Councilmember Sternquist, because many of the events that the Youth Committee has attended over this past year, many of the regional offices, was through the help of Councilmember Sternquist. So thank you very much for arranging for that. Thank you. And last but not least, I'd like to welcome Adam Matsumoto, our Parks and Recreation Director, who will share the exciting events efforts, projects, and amazing work done by our park staff and volunteers. And if you listen carefully or watch carefully, you will soon see how we were able to choose the theme of this year's State of the City. So, Adam?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the introduction, Mayor Chavez. It's a great honor to be a part of tonight's State of the City address and to share with you all the incredible strides we've made to enrich our community's quality of life. From new project developments to providing vital recreational services, this past year has been one of significant progress. To start off, the city identified the need to upgrade and refurbish the playgrounds at Temple City Park and at Live Oak Park. At Temple City Park, as mentioned by the Youth Committee, we have a new bamboo forest-themed playground, which opened in June, featuring a main tower slide, overhead climbers, spinning apparatuses, swing sets, and a custom safety surfacing. In addition to the playground, we also upgraded the adjacent picnic shelter. We refreshed it with a coat of paint, added and converted LED lighting, and created a new landscape buffer to the north of the playground. The custom design is not just a place for our children to play, but acts as a community hub with safety, creativity, and accessibility in mind. And at Live Oak Park, we're bringing back the rocket. This space-themed design was selected with over 300 responses during a community outreach workshop. The concept bridges the iconic Live Oak Park rocket ship of recent past with a new and exciting design for future generations. The playground features a 3-tower rocket ship hub with swing set elements, net climbers, multiple slides, group spinners, and a dazzling space-themed safety surface. The new innovative play elements will engage children's imaginations and physical abilities. We truly feel these playgrounds will become intertwined into the fabric of our community, and we are so excited to share it with all. Amenity additions have continued with the introduction of pickleball at Live Oak Park. The expanding popularity of this sport inspired council and staff to gather input from residents and develop a pilot program that directly led to the installation of 4 brand new pickleball courts. With this interest and the use of the 4 new courts, we're proud to announce that we have additionally approved 4 more courts, bringing a total of 8 to Live Oak Park in total. And with so much interest, we're actually hosting our first ever pickleball tournament. It's going to be coming up on March 16th, so be on the lookout on the city website. And we do expect a lot of spirited play, and hopefully this will be the start of a very long-running tradition. Another highlight is the completion of the final public art installations at Primrose Park, which features the Koi Pond tile mural and monarch butterfly bench. The mural was designed by our award-winning artist Mike Tauber and was carefully crafted to reflect the Temple City themes and complement the aesthetics of Primrose. These pieces are truly the cherry on top of such a well-received and now beloved park in our community. Beyond these physical upgrades, we've been working hard to meet the needs of our community's older adult population. Through our senior services or senior meals program, we've distributed over 25,000 hot meals in the past year and more than 38,000 frozen meals. This program has been a lifeline for so many in our community, ensuring that our senior citizens have the food resources they need to stay healthy and connected. We also hosted this past summer a senior produce market, distributing 175 fresh produce baskets of farmers market quality for our older adults. And lastly, we are thrilled to announce the start of our latest open space project. The city has engaged and entered into a design agreement with SWA Landscape Architects, which also designed both of our playgrounds, to develop a parcel in the southwest portion of Temple City. The Sereno Open Space Project will be guided by residents' feedback to drive the design process. When completed, the project will provide a new outdoor opportunity for a part of our city that is in the highest need of park space. All of these accomplishments, the playgrounds, the pickleball courts, the new park development, public art, meals for seniors, All of these elements are a testament to what we can achieve when we come together as a community. Also, I'd like to extend my gratitude and thanks to our City Council, all in attendance, for their guidance and unwavering support of Parks and Recreation. Together, we continue to build a vibrant, inclusive, and thriving Temple City, and of course, propelling us into the future. With that said, the mayorship of Mr. Tom Chavez, AKA known as our disaster mayor, would not have been complete without an unexpected regional emergency. 2025 has started with many unforeseen challenges, one of which we all experienced firsthand in January. The windstorm on the evening of January 7th was the largest and most damaging one since 2011. The storm grew in intensity that evening, leaving behind fallen trees, downed power lines, blocked streets and driveways, and damaging property. In the midst of that storm, our city's emergency response teams were staged and mobilized to tackle the immediate safety needs of our community. The city's initial emergency response team consisted of urban forestry, park maintenance, public works, and public safety crews. Staff worked tirelessly from the start of the winds to focus on clearing roads, ensuring access to affected areas, cautioning it off down to power lines, and removing fallen trees that obstructed streets and driveways. These efforts were crucial in not only reopening roadways, but also minimizing further risk to the public. The city's response was swift, comprehensive, and coordinated to best ensure the utilization of our resources. All departments provided a variety of support from service request tracking, prioritization of incidents, structural inspection of damage, emergency communications, and outside agency collaboration, to name a few. The city received over 270 requests for service and was able to clear a vast majority within a week, and most others not long after. The staff worked around the clock and into the weekends to accomplish this feat, and it's a testament to their dedication to Temple City that they did so without hesitation. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those that were involved in those efforts. And to our residents, we are incredibly proud to serve you and are honored to be a part of the community that rises above adversity. At this time, I'd like to call back up to the podium our disaster mayor, Mr. Tom Chavez, to recognize some of our staff.
So I just want to make the record clear that the second term I was mayor, I don't think we had any disasters. Did we, Jerry? The second term? I don't remember. But yes, I have earned that name, but that's okay. We all get through it. As Adam mentioned, we have with us this evening some very special people, our staff who, and this is a tough word to pronounce, tirelessly, gotta say it slow, work to clean up the mess left behind by the winds. This time I would like to please ask them to come forward and be recognized for your hard work. So we've got Jesse Armenta, Fernando Carrillo, John Burrows, Josh Rubido, and Kevin Magana. As Adam mentioned, these gentlemen were nonstop. They did a fantastic job. If you went over to the city yard, you would be amazed at all the leaves and branches and trees that accumulated there. It was just unbelievable. But these guys did a great job. And not only these gentlemen, but this was a full effort. We had staff members, we had everyone in City Hall pretty much helping out in one way or another. And that really speaks to the true community that we have here in Temple City, that everyone will come together, whether they live here or not, for the good of the city. And so, again, thank you, gentlemen, for coming this evening, and thank you for all you've done. Appreciate it. Good job. And I can tell you, it was kind of hard to convince them to come this evening because they're a little shy, but they did a good job. Thank you for doing that. Okay, how about that? How about a big round of applause again for all of our speakers? Didn't they do a great job? I told you it would be a little more interesting, but now you're stuck with me for the next few minutes. So no State of the City address would be complete without some discussion, of course, of our city's financial health. Temple City's financial stability and strength built through careful and responsible financial management are the foundation of the services we provide to the community. I'm proud to share that for the 12th year in a row, our city has been recognized with the Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Financial Reporting by the Government Finance Officers Association. This award shows that the city's financial condition is strong and well managed. Big shout out to Susan Paragas, our former Administrative Services and City Treasurer, and current Director, Adam Kung, for all the work they've done in getting us to this point. Another sign of this strength is our general fund reserves, which now are at their highest level in 10 years. Because of this, the City Council has been able to make substantial investments in our community, as we have heard, such as new playgrounds, road improvements, while at the same time maintaining healthy reserve levels. The city's strong financial position is not simply a stroke of luck. It is a result of careful planning and thoughtful decisions by the City Council to ensure that taxpayer dollars are spent wisely. Our focus on responsible spending has created a financial foundation that supports the services and needs of our community today and into the future. While the future of the economy, as we know, is not always certain, Temple City residents can feel confident knowing that their city has its financial house in order and is prepared to face both good times and challenging ones. We are also blessed to have some of the finest schools in the state. We will continue our partnerships with the Temple City Unified School District to use their facilities and continue to work with the school board to develop future joint ventures. We look forward to the completion of the sports complex on the high school campus. Those of you who haven't had the luxury of seeing it, doesn't that look fantastic? It will not only be a shining star for our schools, but for the entire community. So we want to thank them for putting this project together. Of course, I want to take this opportunity to thank our Temple City School Board members who are here this evening, and Superintendent Art Kuna for the commitment to providing highest quality education to our youth, preparing them for a highly competitive, globalized, high-tech world. You know, one of the main reasons families move to Temple City is the quality of our schools. I am proud that our community understands that the value of excellence in education and understands that it is a community-wide effort. The constantly improving academic performance scores we see in our local schools are the result not only of great teachers and administrators, but also fully engaged parents and families. I believe it is vitally important that a network of support be woven together to continue to provide each of our students the maximum opportunity to succeed. We must continue to recognize the importance of partnering with our schools. I'm a firm believer in investment in education is an investment in our future. And they've done a fantastic job, so thank you again. And we've seen that tonight with our youth committee as well. So now as we come near the end, I would like to take a few minutes to talk about public safety in our city. Ensuring the safety and well-being of our community remains a top priority, and our continued investment in public safety is making a real difference. Part 1 crimes are down in Temple City compared to the previous year, reflecting our proactive approach to crime prevention and law enforcement collaboration. Engagement with the community is key to maintaining a safe city. This past year, almost 300 residents attended our neighborhood watch meetings. where they had the opportunity to connect with our Sheriff's Special Assignment Deputies and Public Safety Team. These meetings serve as a platform for discussing safety strategies and crime prevention efforts. As you can see, I had the opportunity to attend these sessions personally. This year's presentations, if you haven't attended one already, focuses on safety awareness topics that are most important to our residents, guided by community feedback. Now, beyond crime prevention, our public safety team has also played an essential role in community events, from providing security and traffic control at the Camellia Festival, National Night Out, the High Autumn Festival, Lights on Temple City, among others. Our dedicated team is always present to ensure a safe and enjoyable experience for all. We are very fortunate to have a strong partnership with the Sheriff's Department, including our Captain Mesa, who works closely with us to improve public safety at every event. Captain Mesa, wave, are you still back there? Can you wave? He's here. Let's give a big shout out to Captain Mesa. Also with him tonight is Lieutenant Hernandez. Thank you, gentlemen, for attending, and thank you for all you do for our city. Additionally, public safety has been instrumental in training and preparedness efforts. This past year, they provided first aid training to our CERT members, who use their skills to staff first aid booths at both the Camellia Festival and the High Autumn Festival. Public safety also assisted HR with staff safety awareness training, supporting our city's commitment to preparedness and emergency response. My colleagues and I on the City Council have invested in flock cameras. If you're not aware of flock cameras, they are a license plate recognition system, which is a valuable tool in assisting law enforcement with active investigations. These cameras have already proven to be an asset to both Temple City and our neighboring communities. I tell you where they were, but I can't do that. So. They're out there. But they're not watching you. They're just looking for the bad guys. Our ongoing law enforcement summary meetings held monthly with Captain Mesa and our special assignment team discuss or allow us to review crime statistics, discuss concerns, and develop solutions to keep our city safe. And if anybody's interested, we have our next meeting tomorrow morning, bright and early at 7 o'clock, right here in the community room. We always meet the last Wednesday of every month. You're welcome to come. We have breakfast. So if anybody gets up that early, please join us. This time I want to thank our special assignment deputies. I believe they're all here. I'm not sure, but let's give a round of applause to Francis Bowie, Van Lam, and Randall Anchando. They do a fantastic job in our city, keeping us safe and keeping us informed. And of course, our public safety team, led by Jose Amaya. Jose, I think Jose is here. Big round of applause for Jose. You know, their hard work and commitment make Temple City a safer place for all of us. So thank you, gentlemen and ladies, for all you do. So on a more personal level, before I close, you know, serving on the City Council is a gift that my colleagues and I do not take for granted. However, it does come with a price, and that is the amount of time it takes us from our families. 50 years ago this summer, I saw this beautiful young lady walking down the sand, and I got up enough nerve to say, I'm going to go talk to her. Well, 50 years later, Jane and I are still together, and of course, you've always been by my side, and I've told you this before, but I'll tell you again, I could not do this without you. And thank you, I love you. And, you know, it's been a good year. As many of you know, we became grandparents for the first time. Although I've looked like a grandparent for quite a long time, now I am one. And we just got news that our younger son is having a baby boy in July. So this is a good time to pass the mayor's baton on, because I'm going to be pretty busy in the next year, I think. So in closing, tonight, I would like to dedicate my address to all the individuals and businesses who have suffered losses due to the recent fires. Most of us in this room know at least one person who has lost their home or many personal possessions that can never, ever be replaced. Of course, our hearts and prayers go out to them. Temple City will always be there to help our neighbors. And of course, we've seen that in the past. So may God bless them and their families, and may God bless the city of Temple City. Thank you for attending this evening, and have a good night.